right, so I have been slacking on making videos for the YouTube channel. One of the reasons is I've been very busy. I got a second shop location just a few doors down from my current one, and it's just an extension of my shop itself. I just outgrew it pretty fast. However, I have been making a lot of track visits over the last few months since I have installed this On3 T6 80mm turbo kit. A lot of people have been asking like the reliability. A lot of people have been curious about On3's quality, and I will tell you, I've been pretty happy, and I'll just give you a quick overview. So I am in the second shop right now. It's not just my personal space here. It is, you know, the business. I am doing powder coating and Cerakoting. This is actually my Corvette's exhaust. Converting the car to road course duty. Got rid of the forced induction setup, and going to have a little bit more fun with it now that the Ram has taken precedence at the drag strip in my life here. So to get down to the gritty, this is a 2015 Ram 1500. It has the stock 5.7. It does have 130,000 miles on the engine. I am on the second transmission, soon to be the third. They are stock 8 speeds, so they have not been lasting, and I'll get into that a little bit later. I'm going to just show you the kit itself. I've taken the 6.4 manifold off, put the 5.7 manifold back on. Currently still has long tubes, but not for long. I've actually ordered an On3 T6 turbo kit. That's a T6 80mm. It's On3's kit. I am a dealer for FIC, and I got some FIC 1000s here. I got On3's dual fuel pump setup. So it is a -8 return, -8 feed. So it is E85 capable, and that's what the truck is going to run on now with boost. I was always skeptical in the past about On3 with everybody's horror stories. However, this looks pretty promising. I was willing to take the $4,000 risk. Not a lot of people have these turbo kits on these trucks, and I'm excited to kind of document it along the way, kind of see how everything fits, how easy the install is, and the quality. But if you look, it looks to be nice stainless piping. Whoever welded it did a pretty good job. When they welded it, I'm going to assume that most of this stuff is probably not back purged, but it looks like a lot of it was a slip fit. But again, the kit, in my opinion, it's a low dollar entry-level kit, so you can't expect a whole lot. However, this quality does not look too bad. You know, you start doing back purging and custom manifold stuff, I mean, you're thousands of dollars in custom fab. So for an entry-level kit, they start out sub $3,000, very fair. The install is going to tell us how everything goes. All right, so the long tubes are out. Now, these are Stainless Works 1 7/8 inch high flow cats. They're a little bit higher flow now before I put them in. And I would say because Stainless Works are so, I guess, great quality, it was very painless to uninstall. They weren't even that bad to install. I had them on and off probably within 45 minutes to an hour, both sides. Putting them on obviously takes longer. So this is the upgraded manifold from On3. I didn't want log manifold. None of that. I didn't have the stock one, and they're doo-doo anyway, so I wanted something that matched. So I'm gonna put this one on now. So I know I didn't record most of the install. The manifold's in there. Intercooler piping is on. There's a few things that's missing from the kit. They didn't give me a big enough T-bolt clamp for here on the throttle body. And then if you see here, there's no T4 gasket. They didn't supply that. There's a little bit of hardware here and there that I didn't get supplied. I ordered an IAT sensor. I didn't order the kit directly from On3. I ordered it from a different distributor, so I have to get with them on it. Overall, the kit fits pretty good. It's pretty straightforward for the most part. There's a few things that you will need if you don't have. The other thing is I had to borrow a friend's laptop that has a CD drive because they don't have instructions on a thumb drive or a QR code or anything. CD's kind of thing of the past, but overall, I think it's pretty all right. So I just pumped out all of the 93 from the tank. I'm putting on the 85. I installed the twin fuel pump setup from On3performance. Had about 5 gallons of 93 in there. I'm gonna go put it in my beater out there, the CRV. These are the test wires I had. I always leave some fuel inside the tank, so when you put a new pump in, you can always verify its operation. Now I just gotta make fuel lines next. So as I was saying, this is On3's T6 80mm. I believe this is what they consider their Pro Mod turbo because it does have V-band housing. Down here, you can see it. It has a T4 adapter to a V-band flange. Wastegate, also V-banded, both sides. Nice. It goes into the downpipe. I did do a TurboSmart EB2 boost controller. Have softer springs in it. If you do a boost controller, you do need to add some stiffer springs to it because the boost controller will pretty much just keep you at 0 because the springs are too soft. I did a vacuum block, which I did from Amazon. It's cheap. It was like 25 bucks. I have On3's twin fuel pump setup in here. I didn't get that with the kit. I did do that separately. I bought the On3 kit from Beefcake Racing from Terry. So this is the cold side. The truck did have a 6.4 manifold on here before when I was NA. I've been going through kind of the motions with it. I did an NA setup. I have a Flying Ryan Performance Mark 82 cam. That's it. The engine is stock, 130,000 miles, never been touched on the ring gaps or anything like that. Stock oil pump, all that good stuff. That's a 2004 Jeep Wrangler intake air temperature sensor. That's one thing you will need, and you'll need to extend the wires. On3's 4-inch intercooler core, their race intercooler. I did do, it's hard to see, but I should have some videos that kind of highlight everything. This is their, if you can see it barely. I did the driver's side manifold upgrade, which is an option. It's only less than 200 bucks. I would do it. It's pretty much just like a shorty header is all it is. I'll get under the truck here. So as you can see, that's cold side turbo, the T4 adapter, V-band flange to a T6. I did heat wrap this because the coolant lines do run near it, right in front of it, kind of right on top of it. That is the bigger downpipe that they offer with the T6 kit. Crossover pipe. You do have to relocate the ECM up some. That's the crossover pipe. This right here, it comes on it already. And so you can open that up and just do a straight dump. It comes with wing nuts And bolts, I would just recommend doing lock nuts, Loctite, and you know, your own bolts, because I actually had these rattle loose on me. I thought I'd fucking grenaded the truck because it was making all kinds of noise. So the kit is, as you see it, it's straightforward. I did not put it back to a stock exhaust. Didn't have a stock exhaust configuration before. The truck had custom side pipes, so I imagined with the way it looks, it would go to a stock exhaust arrangement pretty easy. Do I have any regrets with the kit? I'm going to say no. The reason why I don't have any regrets with the kit is it requires slight modification, which is very, very minimal. The kit quality, especially because it was in the $4,000 range, very low $4,000 range, without the fuel system. The welds look great. The fitment was great. There was one thing that I will show you that I did have to notch a little bit, which was the upper control arm bracket on the passenger side for the downpipe. It's actually right there. When it comes out, I need to notch it a little bit more. It does touch on it for the crossover, actually, and it's not the downpipe, but it was sitting on there. Would it have posed an issue? Maybe, but I didn't want it to give it false knock, but also didn't want it to rub through the exhaust. So just take a rotary tool to it and grind it down. I didn't notice it until after I installed it and the truck was on the ground, and then I kind of just moved it out of the way and ground it down as much as I could at the time. So this is my setup. I have the wideband. I have an ethanol content sensor from Innovate. I've got a fuel pressure gauge, and then I have the TurboSmart EB2 controller. So I've got a lot of gauges, a lot of shit going on, but I'd rather know what's going on. If I could get this thing to leave on boost, it would be a low 10-second truck. It's already 10 now. It does 1086s, 1084s, 1085s, 1088s. It's been very consistent, very repeatable. I have slip after slip after slip after slip showing it, and it's always at different miles an hour. You know, it's always in that same 1086, 1085 range, but it's anywhere from like 122 miles an hour to 134. You know, the transmission, it's just doing funny things. It'll shift up, shift down, shift up, shift up, shift up, shift down, shift down, shift down, and like in the middle of the pass. The transmission is just slipping. It's not holding the clutches. It's not happy. So the valve bodies factory suck. They just internally leak, and I'm upgrading it once all the tooling comes in that I did order. So if you've been on the fence about boosting your truck, just do it. The fact of the matter is you can boost these trucks. Frostbite's doing it. I'm doing it. That's got 130,000 miles on 130 of me asking tall orders of it all the time. It's pulled the Corvette multiple times from Virginia to Florida, Virginia to Florida, Virginia to Florida, on the side of the road when it was grenading transmissions and torque tubes because of all the power that it used to make. Just do it. Everybody used to tell me back in the day before I became a Mopar guy that you can't do it. You can't boost it. You put 5-6 pounds to it, you're on borrowed time. That shit's gonna blow up tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you right now, I put 12 pounds through it. The boost controller wasn't working on 22 degrees of timing on accident. E85 helped save it, as well as Andrew from Wizard of Tuning. Andrew's been a great tuner throughout this whole process with E85, the turbo switch. I was tuned by Flying Ryan Performance before. I have nothing bad to say about Ryan. He is a phenomenal tuner. The only reason I went over to Andrew was to give him a shot for the underdog, as well as he was available for my racing schedule. Andrew has been there for my trackside support. I'm out there making passes. He's right there on the keys, ready to make an adjustment. I go do a pass, boom, send him a log, ding. You know, he sends me one right back. So I have been very happy with Andrew. I was also very happy with Ryan. You go with whoever you feel is best for you. You know, you have to have a working relationship with somebody that you trust in order for you to go out there and trust what you're driving. So just do it. The On3 kit, cheap, very cheap. Whipple kits, 7, 8, 9 grand, all involved. This kit, $4,200, $4,300 for the turbo kit. you know, with some of the upgrades, some of your ancillary shit, just call it $500 and random parts here and there that you buy, your plugs, this, that, and the other. The fuel kit from them that I bought, we'll just call it $1,000 all in. So less than $6,500 and a weekend of your time, you can be out there running 10s, like proven. Just do it.